Hi, and welcome to this latest immigration law update video. In this video, I wanted to quickly look on what's going to replace the Tier 1 investor route. So as you'll be aware, on the 17th of February 2022, the Secretary of State suddenly closed the Tier 1 investor route with immediate effect. What's on your screen is a statement made to Parliament by the Secretary of State on the 21st of February 2022. So the Secretary of State sets out the reasons behind the closure and the reasons why it was closed with immediate effect, because they were concerned that if they gave notice of the closure, there was going to be a large number of last-minute applications from those most motivated to exploit the system. So the Tier 1 investor route had provided a route to entry and stay for overseas nationals with access to a minimum level of funds and an intention to invest those funds in the United Kingdom without testing the economic benefit to the United Kingdom of that investment or the track record of the individual as an investor. The overall conclusion of the Migration Advisory Committee's assessment of the route was it primarily benefits the investors rather than the UK. And also the operation of the route has facilitated the presence of persons relying on funds that have been obtained illicitly or who represent a wider security risk. And that's particularly now come to the fore with the invasion of Ukraine and the sanctions on individuals in the United Kingdom. So what's going to change and what's going to be the replacement for the investor route? Well, let me read you from this written statement. Priti Patel says this: the government has concluded that arrangements for attracting investment in the migration system warrant a substantially different approach from that which has gone before. It is therefore our intention that new provision for investment-related migration should be delivered through reforms to the existing innovator route. So it's going to be through the innovator route, which we expect to deliver in autumn of this year. So I'm recording this in March 2022. They've closed the investor route in February. They're going to make changes to the innovator route, and the innovator route's been a bit of a damp squib so far, but it's not going to come until autumn. This reformed offer will make provision for overseas nationals who can show they are skilled and experienced professional business angel investors with a track record of founding and investing in innovative businesses overseas, along with access to a minimum level of funds and credible plans to engage in similar activity in the UK. And what's going to change? Well, she says this: the proposed future scheme will no longer focus exclusively on having cash in the bank and making passive investments. It will instead be focused on attracting the brightest and best through a rigorous assessment of an applicant's business background, skills, and investment plans. This will ensure those given a visa are appropriate individuals who will genuinely bring tangible benefits to the UK economy. Settlement will be conditional on applicants achieving genuine and tangible economic impacts, such as job creation directly through their economic activity in the UK. They will ensure the British public can have confidence those who obtain this significant privilege have genuinely earned it rather than having bought it. It will be for the reformed innovator routes endorsing bodies to make an assessment whether these criteria are met. So as you know, the key people within the innovator route is the endorsing bodies, and the endorsing bodies are now going to be used as gatekeepers effectively in these expanding investor provisions. The government has already indicated the selection of new endorsing bodies to support the operation of the innovator route will be delivered through a commercial exercise. We are taking steps to inform the market that this expansion of the scope and purpose of the innovator route will form part of the commercial requirement as we go to tender in the near future. So the innovator route is expanding to allow for investors. The endorsing bodies are going to be, again, the key worker in this new expanded route, but it's not coming till autumn. What do you do with people in the meantime? Well, as you've seen in some of my other videos, we've got these new routes coming. We've got the global business mobility, which is obviously consolidating and expanding existing routes in terms of overseas businesses establishing a presence or transferring staff to the UK. We've got the scale-up visa, if you an unsponsored route, if you've got a job offer from an eligible scale-up business, and it's a highly skilled £33,000, and it'll be a fast-track visa. And then we've got the high potential individual coming, who the sort of sketchy details we have so far are graduates from top global universities, but that might be expanded. But those are the visa routes to come. Otherwise, you've got to wait for this expanded innovator route, which is coming in autumn. So that's what we have so far in terms of replacements for the investor route, which was closed to new applicants on the 17th of February 2022. I hope that's been helpful to you. Thank you for joining me.